Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Hamza Noor, and in this particular video I'm going to solve the question number 9 of International A-Level Edexcel P3 January 2022 paper. So it says that solve for this interval that x is greater than 0, less than or equals to pi, the equation 2 sec square x minus 3 tan x is equals to 2. And you need to give your answers as appropriate, correct to three significant figures. So in part 1, we need to solve this equation. So as you know, a trigonometric identity that 1 plus tan square x is equivalent to sec square x. Okay, so in place of sec square x, we can write 1 plus tan square x. And the advantage would be that we would be able to get a quadratic equation in terms of tan x. Okay, so 2 multiplied by sec square x. So in place of sec square x, I'm going to write 1 plus tan square x. Okay, and then minus 3 tan x, and this whole thing is equals to 2. So therefore, 2 plus 2 tan square x minus 3 tan x minus 2 is equals to 0. So therefore, we are left with 2 tan square x minus 3 tan x is equals to 0. So now in the next step, if we take tan x as common, we are left with 2 tan x minus 3, and this whole thing is equals to 0. So now, first of all, we will equate tan x with 0, and then secondly, 2 tan x minus 3 is equals to 0. So therefore, we get two possible values of tan x. One is 0 and the other one is 3 over 2. So now we need to solve these equations. So first of all, we have tan x is equals to 0. And since you already know that the interval is that x is greater than 0, less than or equals to pi. And as you already know that when tan x is equals to 0, x is either equals to 0 or it is equals to pi or it is equals to 2 pi and so on. So in this specific interval, 0 is excluded and we can go up till maximum pi where pi is included. So 2 pi and 0 both will be rejected over here. So therefore x will be equals to pi. This is one of the solutions of the equation which we need to solve. And now we need to solve another equation, which is tan x is equals to 3 over 2. So basic angle alpha will be equals to tan inverse 3 over 2. So therefore alpha is how much? Tan inverse 3 over 2. This is supposed to be 0.9828 radians. All right. And now we are going to make a quadrant diagram. And as we are considering a positive value of 10, so 10 is positive in the first quadrant and the third quadrant. So 0.9828 over here and 0.9828 over here. And as we already know that the interval is from 0 till pi, so here we have only one possible solution and we need to give our answer correct to three significant figures. Therefore, x is equals to 0.983 radians will be an other solution to our equation. Okay, so therefore, our final answer is that x is equals to 0.983 and x is equals to pi. This is supposed to be our final answer. These are the two possible solutions for our equation. All right, so now we have part 2. We need to prove an identity. Okay, so I'm going to erase the working of part 1 from this page so we can have a space to solve part 2 on the same page. So we need to prove the identity that sine 3 theta over sine theta minus cos 3 theta over cos theta is equivalent to 2. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take the LCM, meaning I'm going to express it as a single fraction. Okay, so the LCM will be sine theta multiplied by cos theta. So sine theta is basically multiplied by cos theta in order to give you sine theta times cos theta. So the numerator sine 3 theta will also be multiplied by cos theta. So this will be sine 3 theta multiplied by cos theta, and then we have a minus sign, and then cos theta will be multiplied by sine theta in order to give you sine theta multiplied by cos theta. So the numerator cos 3 theta will also be multiplied by sine theta. So cos 3 theta multiplied by sine theta. So now in the numerator, you can identify that you have an expanded form of sine A minus B. As you know that when you expand sine A minus B, you get sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. So now you can immediately identify that A is basically 3 theta and B is equals to theta. So in place of this completely expanded form, what you can do, you can write it like this: sine 3 theta minus theta. Okay, and this will be divided by sine theta times cos theta. So far we have achieved this thing. So now in the numerator, I can write sine 2 theta, since 3 theta minus theta is 2 theta. So therefore, we have sine 2 theta divided by sine theta times cos theta. And as you know that sine 2 theta is equivalent to 2 sine theta multiplied by cos theta, and this will be divided by sine theta times cos theta. So sine theta and sine theta is cancelled out, cos theta and cos theta is cancelled out. Therefore, you are left with just the constant term 2. So therefore, we have proved the identity left hand side is equivalent to right hand side. Okay, so this was question number 9 of International A Level Edexcel P3 January 2022 paper.